Okay everybody, so I just wanted to show you what my office now looks like, my office setup. Now that I am fully back to business, I've got my new capture device in place for 1080p 60 frames per second. I've got my studio set up for filming. I just want to show you, it is a friggin' royal mess. So first of all, I am right now literally running the pre-stream for the weekend preview. So to show you, this is what it's like for me when I'm doing the weekend preview and other vlogs over there in my office. I've got my love seat pushed against the wall, okay? The webcam is right in front of the love seat. To my right, I've got my laptop with the stream chat running, the microphone right next to it, and I've got a drink. So right there during any vlogs, if I need to reach over, I need to read the stream chat or whatever, it's all set up right there for me, okay? I actually have a mouse as well, a wireless mouse right there that I use to control, ladies and gentlemen, this, my gaming laptop, my gaming PC, which you probably have not seen standing like this since the unboxing video, is now fully on and running. Above that I have a monitor. That monitor is my primary monitor for streaming, and what you're seeing right now is the live stream, how it looks to people on the stream. And I can, from there, with that wireless mouse, control that monitor so that I can start recording, stop streaming, go between scenes and XSplit, etc., etc., etc. Now when I'm gaming, I'm not using XSplit, I'm using OBS, but it's much the same thing. The only difference when I'm gaming is that the webcam's not here. This love seat is pulled out more and leaned towards so that I can actually face the TV and game right here. But it's relatively the same setup with this stuff next to me so that you can hear me talking on the mic, etc., etc. Okay? There is the alternate monitor right there where basically on that monitor can do other stuff as well. I don't really particularly need it for streaming, but I do need it for when I play PC games, okay? So that's why I have the dual monitor setup. Right there actually is my cable modem sitting right on top of my desk, along with some other equipment and such, okay? Over here, down here, is the backup PC. This is the PC that I had in my bedroom when I lived in Connecticut. This is the one that's actually used to do video editing for things like DSP Tries It and The Hateful Truth. It was much faster than my old PC that I was using for gaming and streaming. I primarily right now I'm not using it for anything, but there is a possibility that I may use it as a dedicated setup just for streaming and capturing rather than gaming in the future. I don't know. Here's my office chair. Alright, to the right of me there, we've got just odds and ends. This is basically bins with my games and shit in them. I haven't had a chance to unpack all my stuff and or find a home for it, so a lot of this stuff is just laying around in bins. There's the phone. There's that fan that I told you about, the oscillating fan. It's not oscillating right now. Right next to it is the window fan that I'm going to probably have to put back into the window because it's hot as hell again. We've got my file cabinet, which I have all my important files and things in. And now here it comes, the Frankenstein mess. Are you ready? As you can see, I bought cable ties. I just didn't use them yet. What you see here is the Frankenstein mess that is my gaming rig. All 5 of my gaming consoles plus my DVR right there. As you can see, I've got the AverMedia XtremeCap U3. I'm sorry, that's not it. That is my HDMI splitter because I need that if I'm going to be using OBS to direct capture using this, the AverMedia XtremeTech U3, which is what I use to do 1080p 60 frames per second, okay? But my original plan with all of this was that all the wires you see on the floor here going across the office to the PC, I wanted to actually run around the edges of the room nicely and neatly. Then I found out, oh, guess what? If you use a long USB cable, if you use a long HDMI cable, it degrades the signal. And there's really no way that you can have long cables if you want to do high-speed capturing. So I ended up with wires running across the floor again, as you can see. This also has the HD PVR2, which I never planned on using again, but I have it here as a backup because, unfortunately, the PS3 will not capture properly with the AverMedia, nor with OBS, which is the program that I use with AverMedia. And then last but not least, what you see here, hold on, let me move over here. What you see here is my HDCP pass-through setup that I used to use in Connecticut. I still need that only for the PS3. Nothing else uses it right now, just the PS3. And then behind all this, we've got the Ethernet switch, which I use to have the Ethernet of all of the consoles hooked up, and that is how they all get internet at the same time, okay? So that is my setup. That is my bootleg ass setup in my office. I would love for this to be more neat. I would love to not have any of these wires running across the floor, but unfortunately, because of the limitations of technology right now, the fact that you can't have a long USB cable or a long HDMI cable without signal degradation, I can't. I am stuck having this shit running across my floor. My office looks a mess, but in reality, it's actually incredibly functional, and I'm very happy. It's a much better setup because the thing is, this stays in the office. You know what I mean? This mess stays in the office versus when I lived in Connecticut, it was in my living room, and my whole living room was fucking equipment. Now I could go downstairs, nice clean living room, relax, and I don't have to worry about having my work crawled into my personal space as well. All right? So that is it. That is my Frankenstein setup. Hope that you enjoyed the quick walkthrough. One day I will probably go into depth about how all this stuff works, into detail, especially this, because this is a new unit that I'm using to get the 1080p 60 frames per second. A lot of people have expressed interest on how am I using it, how, what wires am I running where, etc. And I'll probably one day explain that in the future. But for now, that is it.